Hello, everybody. Good morning. Not 10 o'clock on a lovely Tuesday morning. Thanks for joining us. So today, a bit different. We thought we might have a little chat about Starlink with someone in the UK that has it. So I would like to introduce you to Aaron. He's a Tesla owner and also now a Starlink owner. One of very few, I believe. Aaron, is that right?
Yeah, morning. From what I believe, there is only a handful over here at the moment, a couple down in Devon and the one here in Kent that I know about.
Awesome, awesome. So how long have you had your Tesla?
Tesla, about 7 months. I purchased a Model 3 long range and absolutely in love with it.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So why Starlink? What was it for you that made you want it?
I think being a little bit of a musketeer, reading up a lot about it, seeing a lot in the media, and then just registering online. Like traditionally around here, Kent, broadband speeds aren't hugely impressive. I think the national average sits at around 63 meg. And although not horrific here, we probably get about 20, 22. And the opportunities with Starlink is, at the moment, from what you see in the US, almost goes up to like 210 megabytes a second. And the ability to have that here in Kent, in my own property, is not something that I want to miss.
Cool. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. So if anyone else has got any questions, chuck them in the chat or message me if I've missed it, and we'll put them to Aaron. So can you give us a bit of information about that sign up process? What did you do? How come you got it and no one else has, or not many people have?
So literally, probably done the same as what everyone else has done. Got onto their website, registered your address in, popped your email in, and then last week, I think it was on the 11th, it was, hi, you're invited onto the, I think they're calling it the Beat the Nothing program, and saw that email, grabbed it straight away. But it does come with like a 48-hour. You've got to do it within that period.
Oh, like a window, yeah.
So, which is a little bit like, come on, go for it, but you've got to take the opportunity if it lands in your inbox. And I think it shipped out from the US on the 14th or 15th, and here on the 18th. So came over quite quickly.
Okay, that's pretty good. And what's the cost? How does that work?
So the cost itself is a one-time payment of about £480, I believe, and then a £90 monthly subscription. Really easy to make payment online to them. It was simply an Apple Pay click, and it was done. Order was straight into the pending state.
Got you. And does that give you? Do you own that then, or is that a license to hold on to it? Does SpaceX or Starlink own that? How does that work?
So within the terms and conditions, it does say that you own all of the kit. It particularly says you can't reassign it onto anyone else. So you can't purchase it and then sell it on, because it's geo-linked down to, I'm guessing, your area, and plus your account online is linked to the kit, so you can't change the name, the address, the card details to anyone else. So once you've got it, it is at the moment yours, and it is your kit. So it's not leased away, you own it.
Got you. So if anyone's on eBay right now trying to buy one, don't. I think that's
I've had one message already this morning from someone in the States offering a fair bit of money for it.
And
when
really?
I said to them, it won't work if I send it to you. And he went, I don't care, I just want one.
Oh, really? That shows you, like you say, a musketeer is a true one. So at the moment, I don't know if we can see the devices or not, but from what I understand, there's a router and a dish. What else is there? How does that work?
That is pretty much it, what they send you. It's almost like a plug and play kit. You plug the power in, you get a power brick. The dish itself powers over Ethernet, so you get like a 100-foot cable, and then you get one Ethernet that literally pops into the back of the router, which I can probably take you to now.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah. Flip it around. So this is the Starlink router itself. Really tiny, really lightweight, pretty cool.
Oh, it is tiny. Yeah, from the photos that I've seen, it looks a lot bigger. Yeah, it's tiny.
I thought so when it came through. It looks like such a tiny bit of simplistic kit with one light on it. But I tell you what, it's given me fantastic coverage throughout the house compared to what I've had with my current provider, Sky. Like this reaches every room with good signal.
And is it 2.4 or 5 or both? Or
it's both. I had a quick look on Wi-Fi Analyzer this morning, and there is a 2.4 gigahertz and a 5 gigahertz on there.
So presumably you're going to connect your Tesla to it to get a quicker update, maybe?
It is connected already. It was probably one of the first.
That is cool. That is cool. So could you show the power brick? How does you got power into the power brick and then PoE from there to the router and then also out, or is it 2 power units?
So I'll show you what it is here. So let me just turn this around. So here's the power brick itself. So you've got one cable here that goes into your 3-pin socket, and then on the other side is literally 2 Ethernet sockets. Bring it in a bit closer. White one heads into your router itself. Black one goes out to the dish, and on the back of
they've even made it simple by the color of the cables. I see.
It even comes connected in the box.
Oh, really?
You can't really go wrong with it. And then on the back, you've just got your Ethernet in to start the modem, and then an auxiliary port so if you want to run anything back out of it.
Got you. And can the router connect directly to LAN, or does it have to go through Wi-Fi? Or do you not know?
I haven't tried anything with it yet, but I believe you can just take LAN out the back.
Okay, so could you show the back ports of the Starlink router for us, please?
Yeah, of course. Let me open it up.
It is the most geekiest question I think I've ever asked.
Flip it around. So yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So just an auxiliary out there.
Yeah. So I presume you can. I mean, it makes sense to do that. Lots of people have existing networks and stuff. So
obviously on YouTube, people have literally run Ethernets out and into additional devices, into additional hubs, and it's perfectly.
Yeah. And can we see the dish? Is that
possible? Of course you can.
Yeah.
Hopefully my Wi-Fi doesn't drop out because I'd say.
So for those not aware, we're on BT Broadband for this, and we're going to do a quick test in a bit to see how good it is across Starlink.
We've still got a good connection.
I think you've just dropped out. Actually, I can see we can see the dish. It's like a big white plate on a black post. Yeah, it looks pretty interesting. So what do we think, people in the comments? Are we going to go for it, or we're not bothered, or what's your thoughts? You can see lots of people are a bit shocked about the price, I think. And I think like anything, it's going to come down in price. It's just a matter of time, isn't it? Until that takes place. I think we've actually lost. We've lost Aaron, so hopefully he's going to come back. Josh, I think, hopefully going to message him. I'll just send him a WhatsApp. But yeah, so for those just joining, it's £90 per month, and then I think he said £380. £480 one-off. But then you do own the product. It's not like it's owned by SpaceX. Not that it matters that much. So you can't resell it. It sounds like it's geo-linked to the dish and the box, so you can't suddenly just move it to Spain or something. But presumably that will change. I'm just going to message him. Can you rejoin? But yeah, the dish. Yeah, dish is what it is. It's a satellite dish. It's hardly going to be. Okay, we got him back. Hey, Aaron. That's all right. That's fine. No worries. Yeah, so we did see it, but obviously your Wi-Fi out there is not perfect. So yeah.
Venture outside. I can sort of get as far as the patio, then sometimes it does drop like that.
No worries. All right. So I mean, it's a stupid question, but does the dish move? How does that work?
The dish itself is fully motorized. So you plug it in, and as soon as it gets power, it sort of faces in the upward position, completely flat, and then it can spend up to 15 minutes searching for satellites. It doesn't tend to take that long, usually about a minute, 2 minutes, and it automatically finds the satellite and gains a new connection to it.
Got it. And how quick is that movement? Is it noticeable if you stood in front of it and you can watch it sort of tracking satellites, or is it a much slower process?
So the initial finding of the satellite, it moves very quickly. Throughout usage, and it just sitting there on the lawn, you hardly see any movement from it at all. You might go out to it, it's in the flat position. 2 hours later, you might find it at sort of a 20-degree angle.
Got you. And what speeds have you been getting? What's the connectivity like? How's it worked?
So connectivity, when we first plugged it in and got it set up and let it stable out, was we were pulling through speed test and the Netflix test about 180. We topped off yesterday, I think, 195 megabytes a second on it. Overnight, it's dropped down massively, probably to around 25, 30. But we have got a huge amount of cloud over Kent today and a lot of drizzle. I had a little bit of repositioning with it this morning, just moved it around on the lawn, disconnected it, rebooted it, and it's come back just as happy. A tad bit temperamental, I think, still, but the speeds have come back up.
Got you. That's really awesome. So, right, I'm just going to look at comments. People saying, so what's your current BT speed and how does that compare?
So currently my BT speed is, they've told me I should be getting 36. The reality is you get about 25 to 20. It's not hugely stable around here either. We do get quite a lot of dropouts through BT. We've had quite a bit of downtime over Christmas as well. Oh,
really? Yeah. But you're not right in the middle of nowhere. You know, I presume you've got houses nearby and stuff, so it's not like.
No, we're in a little village just outside of Sittingbourne in Kent. We're just far enough outside where we don't get fantastic broadband. But the interesting thing is BT have fibered up a lot of the area around us to sort of the 900 megabytes package, but left us in the middle with the standard copper connections with no plan to upgrade at all.
Got you. And what about upload speeds on Starlink?
It's very varied. I've had up to about 80 megabytes a second through the upload. The upload's probably been better than the download consistently.
Oh, really? That's good. That's surprising. Yeah. Just having a look. Where do you plan to put the dish? Is it going to stay in the middle of the garden, or is it going to go on the roof, or what's the plan with that?
It will go on the roof. I'm just waiting for Starlink to send out the pipe adapter for it, which is custom sized for Starlink, which then you can bolt on to any sort of mounting kit. So it'll go on the side of the house as soon as that's shipped over from the States to us. I was hoping it would come out with the package, but a lot of the users in the States have said it comes out separately.
Okay.
But you've got a couple of different options of mounting it. You can pole mount it. You get the standard base connection with it. You've got additional mounting options that you can put on top of your roof and weigh it down bricks they come up with a kit with.
Okay, so there's a bit of a selection. And am I right in thinking your job's in the train industry? So is there a hope that you can stick it on the train at some point to get some super fast internet?
I'd love to be able to, but I think going through some of the tunnels, it might cause a little bit of an issue. With
it might be. Might get clipped. That's really awesome. Someone's asked about the latency. I don't know. Can you show I think there was an app, wasn't there, that you maybe could show us a bit more of the information of how that works?
Bring up the Starlink app on my iPad. So let me switch it around a second.
Cool.
So hopefully, can you see that okay?
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, so we've got last 24 hours, latency. Yeah. Just go through those for us. That'd be great.
You get like a ping success rate, so it's continually pinging. You can see periods where it hasn't received the ping back. That can be down to the low priority in the traffic that the ping is given. It gives you your information regarding your last 24 hours. So your obstruction's been 2 minutes, which was probably when I had my head over it earlier on moving it. 4 minutes of no satellite, and I've had a downtime of 24 minutes today. That was a little bit for me unplugging it and playing around. The latency has been pretty good. You probably see the max on there is 90 milliseconds and the latest is at about 35. And it's consistent across around the 35, 36 range. So
awesome.
At the bottom, it gives you your download, upload usage, and then an SNR, which describes as the strength of your satellite's connection to the current satellite. So you can see it sort of drops down, comes back up quite regularly. And then it gives you a latency with Google, Fortnite, and Counter-Strike.
Right.
That's it for the statistics in the app that Starlink give you. And then you've got your reset Wi-Fi, checking for obstructions within the app, the ability to reboot, and then see what devices are connected. So if I go in, you can also run a speed test via the app. So at the moment, it's bringing in about 37 on fast.
Got you. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty.
So yeah, it's quite.
Oh, sorry. I think we've lost your audio. Just say that again. Sorry.
It's quite a basic app, but it gives you what you need at the moment. There isn't a lot of, you can't port forward on it. You sit behind a NAT within the system itself. There isn't, you can't play around with the settings in there.
Got you. Okay, but yeah, I mean, it's like you say, it's a beta product, so really they just want to test it, see how it works, and go from there. It's definitely cool. It's cool tech, isn't it? But it's still got a long way to go before it's a product that people can buy. And what do you think on the price? I mean, is £90 realistic and affordable for people, or do you think it's only the diehard Tesla Elon Musk fans that are going to pay it?
I think if you live in a community where you get very, very poor internet speed, such as half a meg or 1 meg, this is a game changer that I think people are very much willing to pay for, because it opens up so much options to you. For myself, paying out that amount of money, it hurts too, but I think it's worth it in the long run. £90 a month is probably double what I'm paying at the moment with BT. But again, I think it'll be worth it in the long run.
Yeah. And are you contracted in? Can you stop at any point? How does that work?
There's no contract. You're not tied down to any period. So if you want to stop it 1 month, you can stop it. It just means that they will cut your connection off at the same time as you stop your payment to it. So it's nice not being tied down.
Got you. Someone just again to ask about how you became a beta tester. Could you just remind people how that happened?
So the beta testing program is sign up through Starlink's website. Initially, when I did it, it just asked my address, email, and name, and then if you're successful in where they want you, I believe, you'll get an email come out saying you're invited to the Betas and Nothing program. And again, it's as simple as that. Sign up on their website and order the kit, and it's sent out within sort of 3 to 4 days, I'd say.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Right, so are we cool to try a live satellite call?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Yeah, so we're going to pull up your iPad and then bring you in on the other stream, and we'll turn you off on this one just to see. It's live video, as a few of the regulars on here will know. Live video is sometimes a pain, but I can see you on the iPad. So I will signal showing. Yeah, I got you some signal. Let's right. I'll take you off here, so it's just me. And then right, this is us via satellite. I think. Yes. Hello. Oh, I think you might be muted. I don't know if it's me. Josh might be able to pull you in. Oh, there we go.
Right, that's me.
We can hear you.
Let me move away from that one a second. So yeah, this is live on Starlink.
Awesome.
Holding up okay?
Yeah, seems to be okay. Yeah, I don't know about our members whether they can confirm. I mean, we are going through restream, so it's sort of doubling the delay and things. But yeah, seems to work fine. Yeah. So have you tried it out with any gaming or any? I mean, I don't know what you do for hobbies or whatever. But what's your thoughts?
Actually, I was at work yesterday, so I didn't get a huge ability to test it with it. But we spent pretty much, well, the other half spent all of yesterday on Netflix with absolutely no problem watching programs in 4K, instantly loading up, no buffering, able to skip through pretty quickly, and it stayed up really well. It held up the connection, but I am.
Oh, you just jinxed yourself. You literally said it held up well, and now we've just had a pause. Perfect comedic timing. Hopefully you can come back. To be fair, yeah, I can see you back on the other screen. I'll bring you back in.
That one. Yeah.
You literally just paused as you said perfect connectivity. But so it's still temperamental, but I mean it's the same with your BT broadband, to be honest. I mean we cut out there, so it's
it isn't a huge amount different to what I've got currently. Like I said,
yesterday, but you've got that speed, haven't you?
It was a perfect day yesterday with hardly any issues at all. And I think just the amount of cloud coverage we've got today potentially is a little bit of an issue, but it's in the beta stages. I'm expecting it. I'm not cancelling my BT just yet.
Yeah.
But watch out, BT, I will be at some point.
Yeah. Well, I did the same when we moved to Vodafone for fibre to the premises, and I kept BT going as a sort of safety net for about a year. So I would expect at least a year just on the back burner. Do you think the final speeds will be higher or lower than your test experience?
I believe they will be higher. And from the conversations that I've had with the team at SpaceX, they said they're making a lot of adjustments at the moment. And they specifically said to me, over the next 4 to 6 weeks, you will see improvements in your service and the reliability of it. And hopefully, along with that, we will get the speed increases. If you look at what some of the users are getting in the US and going up to sort of 250 megabytes a second on it, I think the potential is there for us very shortly.
Got it. And whilst we're talking here, could you try again to pull up on the other iPad and maybe see if we can go outside to see if that works any better? Just so we can keep both running if you want. People just wanted to, again, maybe to see the device, the dish itself. Someone said, is there a fixed IP option? I don't know if you know that.
I don't believe you get a static IP with it.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know if you've got connectivity on Starlink at the moment.
I can't see you on here. Might have to. I don't know if Josh is our technical support in the background to keep an eye out.
Double check that it's online. Yep, it's all online at this end.
You might have to just go back to that browser page and refresh potentially.
Yeah,
it just says you need to rejoin the stream. I think we kicked you off.
Okay, let me just go back into it.
And someone's just asking, if you disconnect, say you went on holiday for a month, and could you disconnect for a month and then rejoin, or do you not know?
I believe I saw somewhere there was a holiday mode.
Oh, okay.
Don't quote me on that. I think I saw somewhere in there. I believe there will be the ability to stop it for a period. But
they've obviously thought about it. And is there any warranty with it? Or is it not?
Terms and conditions do show a standard warranty with the kit itself for the first year. So if anything does go wrong, they say in the terms and conditions there is a limited warranty.
Right.
What that means in reality, I'm not too sure.
Yeah. Okay. And someone's asking about the weather. Maybe just go into that again if there's any more information you can give about the weather.
Let me see if I can join here. So like I say, it's the second day of having it set up. Yesterday was quite clear. Today is really, really thick overcast and drizzle here. So it has made a difference today.
Got you. Okay, yeah, we can see you on there. Let me just pull you back in. So yeah, if you could maybe just go outside and see, just walk us around, that'd be good. So I've got you on both. I'll turn you off there. Yeah, we're on Starlink on your Wicked. There we go.
See if we can get you out here.
So again, it's live video, everyone. So we're sorry if it cuts out, but we'll give it a go.
The dish itself. Let me come around. Hopefully the stream's okay. Let me know if it drops.
Yeah, we're showing full signal for you for Starlink.
So, yeah,
okay, yeah, got it.
The Starlink dish itself. Very, very small. I think Elon said it was the size of a medium-sized pizza. But for me, it is a large-sized pizza.
Yeah, it looks more like a large Domino's pizza, I think.
It does itself. So it literally comes with one cable that you can probably see going across my lawn at the moment. And into my garage where I've got my power socket temporarily set up. Comes with a really long cable. I just want to stay out of where it's actually bringing this in from. But yeah, it is pretty cool in my opinion.
Yeah, it looks like the landing legs for Falcon 9. I presume that's the intention.
Design of it. But yeah, it's really sturdy as well. You probably won't see any movement on it.
Yeah, that's cool.
So
any other questions from anyone that's watching? Whilst we've got Aaron here. Yes, someone said it's a medium American pizza, which a good assessment. Justin has asked, what are the uplink and downlink frequencies? I don't know if you know that.
I don't know. It's something that I'm going to find out at some point.
And are there any safety warnings about the positioning of where you should put it or not put it?
There's no safety warnings as such. Like the app itself tells you where to position it. and to keep it out of view of obstructions. The only warning label that came with it is a warning for hurricanes.
Oh, really?
And make sure
And
you
did
down
you?
for hurricanes.
And was I right in hearing that there is a pole for vehicles or a mounting kit for vehicles?
Can you repeat that for me?
Was there a mounting kit for vehicles? Did I hear?
Not for vehicles, no. There was a mounting kit for your home and for the rooftops. There's a couple of different options on there for it.
Yeah, because I'm just thinking of like an RV or a camper van. It would presumably be ideal for that. You know, you put it on when you arrive at your destination. It takes however long to connect, and then you've got perfect signal.
Yeah.
And do you know the power consumption of the dish? It's quite technical questions. I'm not sure if you're aware. But...
I don't know. Again, it's something I can go and probably try and find out. The information they give you is literally regulatory information only in a little booklet.
Okay.
It's 1 page long.
But for those that didn't see, that there's basically a 13 amp plug that goes into a box, and then there's two PoE connections. One goes to the satellite, and one goes to the router. Yeah.
So yeah, if anyone who missed it, that is the Starlink router, and this is your power over Ethernet.
Yeah, it's very cool. Yeah, so I think it's really going to be a game changer for, like you say, the people that can't connect to fibre, or are in places that are very close to fibre, but BT decide that for whatever reason you're not allowed to. Which yeah. I've seen it in the past. Like one person, one side of the street's got fibre, but the other side they're on copper and have been for like years, and it's like, how is this still a thing? Perfect. Well, I think I don't want to take up too much more of your time. I'm just going through the last ones. Yeah, I think, is there anything that you sort of think we should see or we maybe have missed that's cool?
Like the kit is super simple to the point that anyone could set up. It literally is plug it in, put it down where it tells you to, and run the cable into your house for your router. It's plug and play pretty much, which is fantastic.
Plug and play.
You don't really need to have any background in setting up networks or anything. And I think it's going to be a game changer for people in those rural communities that have been stuck with really, really poor service and bad infrastructure, and are going to be able to leap onto Starlink hopefully in the near future, especially in times of Corona now where kids are being homeschooled and people are working from home. It gives that option of having a beautiful view out your window and also being in the office.
Yeah, that sounds good. And could you give some information on, again, just where you are in the country? And I believe you referenced someone in Devon as well, and there's quite a distance between that. Did SpaceX give you any information on that, or do you know any more?
They didn't give me any information on the reason why we were chosen. All I know is I sit in Kent in a little village called Bredgar. I think is 51.3 on the latitude. And from reading online, there's one user in Devon who's had it for, I think, since December or early January, and another one also, I think, received the kit yesterday, which is in Devon as well. So they're being quite tight-lipped on why they're doing it, but I'm guessing it's to get the data on the different latitudes and longitudes.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, and could you just again repeat or maybe show us the speeds again?
Yeah, of course.
I think that's the key thing that everyone's interested in. Do you want me to swap you back onto BT to show from?
If we could, that would be brilliant.
Yeah, let me pull you in here. I'll turn off Starlink, so we've got you back on.
Brilliant.
There we go. Cool.
Pop that down. Like I say, it won't allow me to switch the camera around on my phone, sadly, so I will have to turn it.
No worries.
Let me get it lined up again. Don't know if you can see that okay, or if it's upside down. Or...
Yeah, that's it. Go there. Cool.
Sorry.
Yeah, there. Stop. That's it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So, yeah, Starlink app itself, and then just pop it onto fast.
And you said, because obviously there's quite a lot of cloud today and rain, that it's lower than you have had. And what was the top speed you have had?
So the top speed we had out of it yesterday was bordering on the 190 megabytes a second.
Okay. And you were saying upload, what was that roughly?
Upload was sitting at around between 40 and 50.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, it was really good yesterday, and I'm guessing because of the cloud cover, it's deteriorated a little bit
quite
today.
so much today. But like you say, if someone's on 1 meg or 5 or 10, this is still a game changer, even at what you were showing there, 36.
Absolutely. But that's more than what I'm receiving over BT at the moment.
Yeah.
So even for me, having a 36 meg connection is better.
Yeah, and I think, like you said, your wife yesterday watching Netflix for however long, and that was fine. And I think, like you say, it is a beta thing, so you do expect downtime. You don't expect it to be perfect. So it's the early stages. It's great to see that what the potential could be in the future, where and where it can go. It's pretty awesome.
Downtime yesterday was 6 minutes, and of which 3 minutes of that was me moving it.
Yeah. You can't really complain with that. That's pretty awesome. Well, perfect. Well, thank you very much, Aaron, for all your time. And Aaron is on the Facebook group as well. So if there's any questions we missed, we can, I'm sure, get some of those answers to people. But it's just starlink.com for if anyone's interested. It's quite cool tech that I think once the price comes down for some people, it's going to be a really big thing. But for, like you say, lots of people, if you run a small business from home, it's £90 a month is not much. Lease lines I've seen at £200, £300, £400. So one quick question: any data caps? Is there any limits?
Not from what they've said at all. No.
Okay.
That's
cool.
The guy did ask me about, do we have data caps here in the UK? So they were actively asking the question about it. But again, there's nothing in the terms and conditions about cap data.
Got you. Perfect. Good stuff. Well, thank you very much. And any other questions, put them in the chat, and I'm sure myself or Aaron or someone else that's far more knowledgeable than me will be able to help out. Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome. Perfect. Thanks, everybody.